the content ad strategy that gets coaching leads to buy your most expensive coaching offer, show up on your calls, and see you as the only option. All right, what we're going to do first, we're going to talk about the problem. Then we're going to talk about why it's a problem. Then we're going to talk about the 3 things you need to do and the 2 things that coaches think are working but are actually not working, and they're actually getting you worse prospects, and how to fix it, how to do all this for cheap, and how to implement it literally right after this video. Okay, so the problem, let's talk about the problem right now. Organic reach, first of all, one of the problems is dropping like crazy. So if you have a Facebook group or you're on LinkedIn or Instagram or wherever, when you make a post, the percentage of people who see that post is going down, 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 down. I'll give you 2 examples. I have a LinkedIn connections, about 9,600. We repost links to these videos on LinkedIn, and on average, it might get seen. The link might get seen by like 40 people out of like over 9,000. Okay. Facebook groups, talk to coaches all the time who have Facebook groups. They poured their heart into it. There's full of great content. They got people coming in all the time. They're writing really good posts, doing everything the way Facebook says to do it. They got 1,000 people in the Facebook group, and they send a post into that group, and it gets seen by 6 people. Okay. It's happening, and it's worse and worse and worse and worse and worse all the time. The next problem is direct response sales stuff is just not working. People are not into hyped up 3 secrets, the, little known secret to this, the secret. It's just attracting needy and broke people, and trying to hard close people on sales calls isn't working. The next problem is very few people are joining multi-$1,000 programs quickly. Okay. The days of somebody seeing your ad, watching your 6-minute video, booking a call for tomorrow, showing up and handing you all kinds of money is getting lower and lower and lower. Okay. The other problem that's happening is lowering your price doesn't work. A lot of coaches I talk to all the time, they're like, well, I'm just going to lower my price. The economy, the market, all that kind of stuff. No, people are more than ever conditioned to spending money on coaching. This isn't 2012 when I started. So I started in 2005. Way back in the day, you had to explain to people what a coach was. They're like, you're a coach, so you coach soccer or football? Like, what do you coach? And I'm like, no, people, like Tony Robbins, right? I'm like, well, not really, but I guess. And people would be like, how much is your coaching? And you'd be like, well, I don't know. At the time, it was whatever thousands it was. And people couldn't comprehend that. Well, we're in 2026. People know that coaching costs multiple thousands of dollars. So lowering your price is not working. The next thing that we're dealing with here is in terms of what's not working so that we can make it work is low ticket to high ticket is dying. And the reason it's dying, 3 reasons. Okay. First of all, nobody believes you have a secret that you're going to sell for $6, okay? Because nobody cares. I can go on ChatGPT and find all the secrets I want, right? So AI has destroyed the secrets market, okay? Nobody's buying your secrets. And very few people, or, they just don't care, right? Because information has no value. There's over 800,000 hours of YouTube videos being uploaded a day now. So the secrets market is all but gone. The second problem with low ticket to high ticket, aka get somebody to give me $8 to build trust and sell them $1,000 coaching program or whatever, they rarely open a program. So that doesn't work. And also the other thing is the people who spend $6 are usually not the people who spend $10,000. All right. So we need to fix this. So the solution is we need an ad-based content, a content-based ad strategy, that gets cold leads to buy. I want to apologize. I'm dealing with this nasty sinus infection. I got some medication, so it's going to help, but that's what's going on when I look, I'm kind of weird. So the 3 things you need to know, okay, as we get into this, you have to have 3 things to happen if you want coaching prospects to buy in 2026. The most time on brand, you have to clear out all their objections before they buy, and you have to be seen as the only option. And we're going to get into how to do that using a special content ad strategy. Before we get to that, my name is Jason Nyback. Been coaching online since 2003, coaching since 2005. Spent millions of money on ads, coached well over 1,000 coaches. So click the link here to subscribe on YouTube so that you can get updates on. We usually create a couple videos a week sharing what's working, what's not working, and so on and so forth. And you're going to miss those if you don't hit the subscribe button. So hit the subscribe button. It's free. And you're never going to know when the next video is going to be the one that you really need that's going to help you. So we share all the stuff we're working on for free. Now, here's what used to work. Ad to video to call. Somebody clicks an ad, watches a video, registers for something, or even watches a page, looks at a page, books a call. And then if they don't book a call, you get them on the email list and you pound away by emails. Okay, it's not working anymore because people are not responding. So there's 3 things that we need to do to get people to buy using a content-based ad strategy. All right. Step number 1, we run cold ads to one of 2 things or both. Number 1, an automated webinar that starts every 5 minutes. Sometimes you can do them just in demand, but it cannot be a video sales letter. It has to be an automated webinar. The reason is twofold. First of all, automated webinars tend to get a better qualified lead who signs up because it's a webinar. So they know they're going to have to show up and learn something. They want to learn something. Whereas if you just offer them an instant video, it tends to get a lower quality lead because it's just I'm just going to sign up for this video. The second thing is webinars, when they're automated, tend to get a higher show up rate. Okay. Your average view rate on a video sales letter is going to be about 30%. Okay. We've got clients running automated webinars that are having 60 to 80% show up rates. So it's going to be that. So it's going to be an automated webinar or Skool. We're finding that taking people from cold traffic right to Skool is performing as well, if not better than an automated webinar. Now you have to have your messaging dialed in and all that. And there's more to it than that. Now you got to remember, Skool is literally just the equivalent of a private YouTube channel. It's not a community. Skool tries to make it a community, and obviously people can ask questions and engage, and we do that in our Skool community, but it's not it's a holding container so that you can give people proper content. Okay. It's not necessarily like the old school Facebook group. So your time in there is you don't have to spend a bunch of time on there, but because of the market sophistication, we're seeing a lot of clients right now, and we do this, driving people from cold ads to a Skool community, and it is working phenomenal. You can do both at the same time, but I just want to tell you what is really working well. Now, you've got to have the Skool community structured properly, and that's for another video. Now, the second thing we need to do is we need to get people to using 3 different strategies. So let's think about this, all right? A couple things happen. Number 1, somebody engaged with your ad. All right. So the second step is somebody engaged with your ad. Let's say they didn't register for anything. Now, Facebook or Instagram is tracking that. So they know, and up to 180 days, they are holding that data. If I clicked on your ad, but I didn't register for something, guess what? You are going to run an opposite lead magnet to those people. So what can happen is if you ran them to a webinar, they didn't like that, no problem. We run them to a Skool community sign up, or vice versa. The other thing we do is if they clicked on our ad but didn't register for something, maybe there's a trust issue. It doesn't mean they're bad people and that they simply are broke or whatever. They just were distracted and didn't trust. So then we're going to run them content ads. And these are 30 second to a minute to 90 second. You got to keep them under 90 seconds so they work better on Instagram. And they're going to be content-based ads, building trust, giving strategies to uninstall bad buying belief systems that maybe they believe, maybe they're confused. And the call to action is to either the Skool community or register for the webinar so we can get their name and email, build a relationship. That's the first group in step 2. The second group is if they registered for Skool, now great, we can run an ad and send them to a webinar. Okay. Or if they register for the webinar, we can take them to Skool. And so we have this second part, super cheap, couple bucks a day. We're not spending a ton of money here. So let's recap. Step 1, we're running basically a cold ad to either Skool or the webinar. All right. Step 2, we're running anybody who engaged with the ad or anybody who went to Skool or went to the webinar. Now we're running ads to the opposites to get them into those. And we're also layering it in with ads that are shifting belief systems. Now, number 3, all these things, what we're doing is we're now implementing propaganda ads. So now those people are in, and the system will block them. So if they see one, they don't see the other, and they register one, they don't see the other. And now what we're going to do is we're going to unleash what we call propaganda ads. What propaganda ads are, making you the only option. Okay. And so these ads are going to go to everybody who is now in all these places, clicked your ad on your webinar, in Skool, all that kind of stuff. And the job of these ads is we're taking their next level ads, and they're simply designed to shift the belief systems. And a lot of times we don't even need call to actions on these because we already have the people in the second container, right? On Skool or in your webinar. And if they're not, they're seeing the ads to get them there. So this third group of ads is literally bubble wrapping them with objection-based ads, with testimonial-based ads, with you can do book a call-based ads, and they're engagement ads. And the only thing they're trying to do is we're just getting more and more content, And these are super cheap. Okay, you can do these for $1 a day, and your average cost per view could be like a penny. Okay, because these don't need to make you money or do anything, because the second group ads is doing all the work, sending them here, sending them there and stuff like that. So this third group is just bubble wrapping them, giving them content so that it's time on brand. Because remember, you need 3 things in order to be successful, right? You need, number 1, you have to have time on brand. Number 2, clear out all their objections. And number 3, be seen as the only option. And so this third strategy, these propaganda ads, they're literally the equivalent of organic, but on like supercharged. Okay. So instead of creating organic content all the time, which you should be creating some organic content, this replaces that and gets to them through ad spend. And again, the cost per views on these is super duper cheap if you do it right. And the ultimate goal is that everything is working together and on a cheap budget, making you seen as the only option, the best option, eliminating objections, showing why you're the best, uninstalling bad belief systems, and getting them to want to work with you. So then when you have an enrollment conversation, they're like, you're everywhere. I've seen this. I've seen that. I already know that. And so the enrollment conversation is about just clarifying how you help them. So make sure it's, to personalize it a bit and answering any questions and moving them forward. That's it, right? And so it's not about showing your credibility, any of that kind of stuff. All that's done. They believe you. They trust you. They like what they've seen. Now it's like having that call. You should be getting close to 100% show up rate and really high enrollment rates. This is what you need to do. And this is what's working best. And very few coaches understand this. Most coaches in 2026 are like, trying this and trying that and launching a book and getting a TED Talk and starting a Facebook group and, start a Skool community, but they're not connecting all this and doing a live webinar. And it's a disaster. Okay. So this is what you need to do. So go do it. Now, here's the cool thing. We have a free call to help you with. And because you're in our Skool community, most likely. So what you want to do is just click the link below and book a free call. And we call it our mini celebrity status ads ecosystem call. It's 15 minutes and there's nothing for sale. Okay. So just leave your credit card in the freezer or wherever you put it and show up for the call. You book it. We're going to map out all this strategy, explain to you how it could work best for you based on your situation. Because remember, I just explained it to you. It's very personalized and very customized depending on your situation, right? And so we want to map it out and share with you, okay, this would work better based on this, and here's how you do this, and give you suggestions and feedback. We've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these calls, and it allows us to help you to give you some free strategies and free advice. Now, if you're interested in coaching, that can be for another call. But the main call for this mini celebrity status ads ecosystem call is to spend 15 minutes with you to map this out, personalize it. Plus, we're going to give you some free bonus training that's normally only available for our Skool, our paid clients, and really help you on this call. And remember, because we've done hundreds and hundreds of these over the last year or so, We know your niche. We know the market. We know the price points that should be happening. We know what should go where, what the best strategy is. Should you use the automated webinar? Should you use Skool instead? Should you do this? Should you do that? How do the ads look here? How do the ads look there? And we'll map it out personally for you. So click the link below, book that free call. Remember, it's about 15 minutes, nothing to buy. Okay. Even if you want, there's nothing to buy. And we're going to help you out. If you're not a member of our free Skool community, you can click the link below to do that. But the most important thing you need to realize is 2026 is different, okay? It's a blending of paid and organic in a true pay-to-play model. The people who are doing just ads are really going to not do well in the 2026, and the people who are doing just organic are not doing very well either because they're getting just pounded away by all the garbage organic content, right? And so it's bridging them together and hooking this strategy together and automating it to the point so that you're not like creating content all the time. We take your good content, we put some ads behind it, and then we automate it, right? And then so you can, do it that way. That's what's working. That's the best way to do all this. And the cool thing is it's super customized. And even the better news is all the people in your market, most of them don't know how to do this. So if you do it right, it's going to give you a really good advantage in 2026. Going to give you better sales calls so that they're not sales calls. They're just confirmation calls so that you can just figure out the logistics and move them forward. All right. Book your call below and look forward to helping you and get started on this strategy ASAP.